English Story Times, Book 29, Story 8. The Nuts, Bolts, and Washers. Line 1. The two long things in this picture are bolts. The two long things in this picture are bolts. Question. What are the two long things? What are the two long things? Well, the two long things in this picture are bolts. Line 2. The arrows are pointing to the nuts. The arrows are pointing to the nuts. Question. What are being pointed to? What are being pointed to? Well, the arrows are pointing to the nuts. Line 3. By the way, these nuts you better not eat. By the way, these nuts you better not eat. Question. By the way, you shouldn't what? By the way, you shouldn't what? By the way, these nuts you shouldn't eat. Line 4. And finally, the two round things are washers. And finally, the two round things are washers. Question. What are the washers? What are the washers? And finally, the two round things are washers. Line 5. Together they hold metal parts together. Together they hold metal parts together. Question. Use together. What do they do? Use together. What do they do? Together they hold metal parts together. Line 6. You need a wrench. To tighten or loosen them. You need a wrench to tighten or loosen them. Question. What do you need to tighten and loosen them? Well, you need a wrench to tighten or loosen them. Line 7. Metal things are welded together. For a permanent hold. Question. How are metal things permanently held together? How are metal things permanently held together? Well, metal things are welded together for a permanent hold. Your goal, 28 seconds. The two long things in this picture are bolts. The arrows are pointing to the nuts. By the way, These nuts you better not eat. And finally, the two round things are washers. Together they hold metal parts together. You need a wrench to tighten or loosen them. Metal things are welded together for a permanent hold.